Hey folks, still waking up. It's still a little early here. Well, it's not early at all. I just slept in a little bit today. See if we can get some people to join and bring you on a little tour around the Moke and around the pickup. See if the live stream is even strong enough to work here at the KOA. Hey everybody who's joining. If I can get the live chat here. There we go. Oh, hello from France. Yes, hello Jude and Bella's granddad. So, I'm here at the KOA. For those of you who aren't in the United States, a KOA is Campgrounds of America. They spell camp with a K. It's kind of their whole deal. Hello from Sri Lanka. And we're in an RV right now, fifth wheel. They've already gone on their drive. I'm actually heading back home today, but I thought I might just do a quick live stream with you guys and show you the mini pickup that I've been driving off and on, and the Moke that I've been driving pretty much the whole time. So let's have a little walk outside. So, you guys maybe have seen on past episodes, this is the red mini pickup. Both of these cars have had a little bit of some problems. Wheel bearing on the Moke. We drive the heck out of these things, so they tend to break. Jason, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Nice to talk with you when you were here and everything, and meet up with you. Hope to see you in Charlotte soon. Hello from Norway. I have a question. Is there a way that I could fix a disc brake set to my mini rear wheels? Well, so I'll give you a look here. These are Cooper S wheels. You can see we lost a hubcap, but these actually have discs on them. They have the original Cooper S brakes, so you can kind of see in there, not really. Let me bring you guys underneath. So you can see that's your original style Cooper S brakes, single pot, dual pot, so you have one piston on each side. Those fit underneath 10-inch wheels, so if you're looking for something that fits, you need 7.5-inch discs, and either these Cooper S brakes. Mini Spares and Mini Sport both sell a brake setup as well that fits, but it's really on a wheel-by-wheel basis. So obviously full pickup. Backside here, the whole floor pan is actually original back here, which is really unusual. You can see it's got like a truck bed liner on it here, which is pretty cool. Obviously trunk or boot, it's our fake boot. And then the inside is awesome as well. Magic wand shifter, original steering wheel. This car is really, really great, and it actually has the Super 998 that I built running it, which is cool too. It stood up so far it overheated once, but I don't know if that's because of something I did or if we were just pushing it. So that is the mini pickup. I'll walk over here, and this is the mini Moke. So you guys can see it's pretty wide open. It's a 4-seater. There are no seat belts in the back. They are in the front, but you got your oh shit handles there. Left-hand drive, original. And we have our stereo here made out of a small ammo box, but it's all pretty sparse in here. I mean, it's made to just turn on, go, drive, rip around the mountains, go around the beach, that kind of deal. Unfortunately, the last day, this side here, this wheel nut, started to come loose. So even though tightened down, ready to roll before we went, wheel nut started to come loose. Cotter pin held it in there, which is good. That's what it was for. We did a roadside repair, knocked it back straight, tightened it back up, nipped it up, put the cotter pin back in, but the damage had already been done. Wheel bearing was shot. So this that's the end of this ride on this one here. We can open up the hood. So, leans up, pretty simple stuff. This is not the original engine. This is a 998 that's in it. Originally, this came with an 850. The gearbox and everything, from what I remember, is original to the 850. Was bolted onto the 998 for that extra little bit of oomph. And I tell you what, I mean, this 998 in this really light Moke actually can do quite a bit of. It can keep up with the 1275s here and there. You know, we lose them in the straights, but around the corners, mountain roads, we can actually keep up, which is really fun. The Moke, though, is it's a whole experience when you're driving it. You know, you go around corners, you can see those aren't seats that have bolsters on them. You know, so you're hitting those corners, and you gotta lean with the car, hold on to your handles. What else do you guys want to see about this Moke? I mean, it's pretty cool. Do you have any questions about it? So this Moke is actually, I don't know the answer to that. I think it was a UK built Moke. I don't know where it originally came from, but it was left-hand drive originally, so either someone swapped it before we got it, or it was built for a left-hand drive market. And you guys can see here, that is a mini subframe. Everything underneath this Moke is pretty much mini. The only thing that's different, of course, is the body, which is painfully evident. On this side here, you have the battery box in the back, and then 2 storage containers right up the front. And then on this side, we have the fuel tank, and you fill that up right here. Nice, easy way. Oh, that's how much fuel I have. All right. Let's see. Do you keep a Bible in the glove box just in case? Well, there's no glove box, so there's no room to keep a Bible. We do keep tools in the back, which I guess is one way of saving yourself. I've never seen a Smoke before. I guess that's an autocorrect. Yeah, it's a really cool car. I'd bring you guys around, show you some other minis, but everybody's out on the drive right now, so you guys just get to see my truck, the Smoke, and this truck. And of course, this cool Volvo that my buddy owns. If you guys weren't aware, I can't remember if I said this or not. I didn't bring my blue car. It's back at home. It's working and everything. The steering rack's back in. But he said, "You want to drive the Moke?" And I said, "Yeah, hell yeah." So we took that. His red car. He has another saloon that he's out with his kids and his wife right now. So we're just I'm hanging around here, getting packed up, heading home today. Yeah, you guys want to see anything else specific to the pickup or the Moke? Any other questions or anything? Or maybe we can just do a little Q&A. All right. That Mini looks tiny by the size of that Volvo. In fairness, this is a large Volvo SUV, but it is pretty tiny. Same thing for the Moke and the truck. I'm pretty sure the top of the Moke is about the same height as my truck bed. Jonathan Klein, good morning from Arizona. Hello, Jason and Chris and Dr. Tom. What's everybody else got going on this lovely, is today Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Lost track of days. When are you getting your new project? So, Kenneth, to answer that question, my goal first, before buying any sort of car or anything, is I want to get the engine finished, the supercharged engine finished, so that it can go into something. I want the engine ready for a project. You know, whether it's going to sit for a little bit or if it's going to go into Bad Wolf for a little while. But I want to really dedicate some time to that supercharged engine. I know already I am going to do the VMAX S-Cart kit. That is the BMW supercharger, or the BMW Mini supercharger. Going to put that on. I'm going to do fuel injection. I know the pistons I need. I know the connecting rods I need. I don't know the crank I'm going to do yet. And then the gearbox is a whole nother thing I have to sort out. Do I want to do straight cut? Do I want to do helical gears? You know, I do want it to be really comfortable to drive every day. And the power is going to need to get to the ground somehow, though. So we're going to figure that out. Paul says, I'm in the UK rebuilding an Austin 1300, pretty similar to the Mini. I've watched all your engine-related videos. Paul, that Austin 1300, I'm pretty sure that I have an engine out of one of those in my Bad Wolf Mini. That is the Austin America, I think they called it here. I think it's the same as the Austin Princess over there. But yeah, 1300 engine, and that's been powering my Mini. It's been great. How about buying a Riley Elf or Wolseley Hornet Mini? I'm not really into those. I think they're kind of cool, but I don't know. They're kind of goofy looking, and it's not really my cup of tea. Pierre says he's stripping down a A+ engine and taking a break. Yeah, it takes a little bit out of you doing all that stuff. I mean, you look at it, and it's like, oh, it's just a couple bolts, and then a few hours later, your hands are bleeding, and you're cursing and you're tired. So I get that. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm just holding this with my hand, and I've not got the steadiest hand, I'll tell you that. I wish there was more to show you about the Moke. It's just, it's all kind of just pretty simple stuff. Engine and a body. Jonathan Klein says, drinking coffee in my undies here. Did you buy Chuck's 1100 engine? No, so I decided against it. I already have a 1275 block. It's going to be good for the build, and I need to save that money for the kit. It's going to be a pretty penny. All the kit stuff put together, it adds up really fast. There was a Cooper S head I almost bought, but I think I'm going to work with the guy Stewart who owns VMAX S-Cart. And I'm gonna do a head from him, I think. I haven't decided that yet, but he's building that kit. He knows what the kit needs, and I'm probably gonna listen to a good bit of what what he would recommend on that kit. Pistons are already one of those recommendations. I'm just gonna go straight with, he says this is what's working after years of experience, so I'm gonna trust it. Oh, I want to show you guys something really interesting I found out about this pickup. So, cool. Hey Dave, thanks for joining. The Moke was originally developed for the military to be airdropped. Yep, and then from what I understand, the Moke was, it didn't end up being suitable enough for the military. They didn't like the ground clearance or something. I forget. So, pickup shell in the front here. But what's crazy is there is a huge cavity of space down here for storage. I mean, like, I had no idea all this was back here, and it's a little secret storage spot so you can shove all your crap back there, and then the front can stay nice and tidy. And what I understand is that this was a saloon body, and they really did just take a flat bed and put it on top, and like just chop it off a little bit, more engineered than that, but you get the idea. Pretty funny stuff. The wheelbase, though, is a tad bit longer. Not much, though. And the fuel tank, that is the filler, so there's obviously an opening on the other side, and the tank sits across the back here. Kenneth Polly says, how much of a pain was that steering rack install? I will say that it made me very mad. Did not enjoy that, but it's done. You guys will see. I think I had to film it over the course of a few days. Open up this hood here. One thing I'm going to show you, so since this is an early car, about that steering rack. So you see how there are 2 bolts right here? The earlier cars had 2 bolt mounts here. So in this case, there's actually 2 bolts that are running down. Mine has 2 studs. So the studs stay present, and then you take the nuts off. What that means is that when you lower the subframe without taking the engine out and everything, you don't have as much room to finagle the steering rack in. So the studs are actually preventing the whole subframe from leaning in a way that makes it easy to get it back there, but it is possible. Just a pain. Let's see, what else do we have? Frank says, what do you think about, a little close there, let's zoom that out so you're not looking at my nose. Frank says, what do you think about converting minis to electric? I think that we're almost at a stage where it makes sense. The electric motors for cars now are more than powerful enough to power it, but the battery situation is just not there yet. I think that needs to get a little bit more technology associated with it, more charge stored in a smaller capacity, and then I think it'll be suitable. Otherwise, the minis are just too heavy. Jonathan Klein says, cooler in the bed, runs cold water through the heater core, works slick as an AC unit. I know that pup. Yeah, so in this case, this cooler back here is just kind of like a old-fashioned cooler that stores all of our tools and stuff in, but that's actually not a bad idea. But got Justin coming back now, so I think I'm gonna sign off. Thanks everybody for joining the short little stream, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya.